show. Guys, how you feeling though? Let's tap in back with our guest. How we doing?
Doing great. We're doing great.
Doing great.
Appreciate you having us, Andrew, and thank you to the 101.5 fan for listening.
Yes, definitely. And, just so we can get back in here, if you're just tuning in with us, we are out here on KQBH LP, Los Angeles, California, 101.5 FM, a community service of Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting to you live on your FM dial and streaming on lpfm.la. I'm so blessed to be here to be your host for this hour here on Sunday evening from 6 to 7. And whether you be on Interstate 5, 60 East, 60 West, 710, out here around us in the Boyle Heights community, we appreciate you tapping in. And, Will, like we were discussing, with, being here so long, you said, was it 25 years? Or if I have that number?
Yeah, something like that now.
And where did it, so we can get into your now new small business, the coffee shop, where did your really business adventure, I guess, or where did it all start for you here in LA? What was the first, if you don't mind me asking, I mean, this is that
children.
LA lifestyle, what was your first,
ready for the mythical journey of life.
where did it all start here in LA, bro?
Let's run it back to the beginning. I came here on a Greyhound with a version of life. I got robbed when I got off the Greyhound at 7th Street.
Oh, awesome.
They took everything. I had $20 in my shoe, which at that time was easily a pack of cigarettes for $1.50 and food. And I wasn't about to go home. And then I've kind of sorted into things and eventually ran into my friends who were supposed to meet me later, a couple months later or something, maybe, somewhere around there. Fast forward through all the art stuff that I did and back and forth between Long Beach and Frogtown in like early 99, 2000, and then back to downtown to right behind the Staples Center before there was any lofts. And then
before the Lakers hit the three-peat.
Yeah, way before.
Ooh,
yeah. I lived in
prime Kobe Shaq days?
You ever seen Heat? The movie Heat?
Yes. See, look, my mind might be a little too dull for that. I think I might have a movie to watch again.
Yeah. There's a scene in the beginning where they pulled a truck out of the alleyway behind the Staples Center, and I lived in that alleyway, like this small apartment. And then I started with this long life that fell apart. And then I was breaking up with some girl at one point, and I got called to build a coffee place because somebody had known somebody in Northern California at a place called Deaf Dog Coffee.
Where was, what city, if you don't mind dropping that?
At that time, they had like one in Santa Rosa, Petaluma, like all over the place.
Oh, shout out 707.
Yeah, 707. So like, I just built carts for the dude and put them on the side of the freeway when I was young and helped him get a lot of money. And so it resonated with the coffee industry. Also, I was pouring latte art back in '94 before anybody, and my bosses were like, "You're an idiot. Nobody wants that in their cup." And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
Oh, what? My wife loves lattes, man.
But the money came later, and then I was working at the Cecil before the murder happened in the tank, and I met my wife there, and then this guy came in, asked what the perfect coffee shop would look like, and he built Springford Coffee for me and gave me a percentage. And then I ran it, and I sold off my percentage when my partner and I left him, who were like, it was me and this other dude, Leo.
And how old were you
dude,
at
Poncho,
the time?
Alex, big shout out to Alex. Poncho was there in the beginning of Springford Coffee. That dude is one of LA's most lethal coffee makers. I worked Coachella with this dude, and like a group of guys, like the first coffee setup ever done there. And it was just
and now I'm definitely coming in next week. The fact that you'll be serving that bougie coffee at Coachella, you got to be making some good coffee. Like, come on.
Shout out Poncho.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was like, I didn't know like the team we put together for that. But there's a whole video that I filmed of that, and then that led to consulting, and then I just wanted to open a shop, and I opened Coffee Collab first, where No Ghost Bears was, which was like the original spot, and we got the Forbes accolade for best coffee and espresso. I mean, not to throw anybody under the bus that was included in that article, but I was the only person serving my espresso that I roasted in LA. Everybody else was using Pacific Northwest coffee, I'm 100% positive. So technically that award only goes to one person, which is
Yeah, and so for you, like, see, I'm a coffee drinker. I love a nice 3-4 shot mocha in the morning. Okay?
Yeah.
Everyone likes a little, yippity dippity.
You gotta get ready.
Woo,
keep going.
Fired up. It's like Theo Von, like,
right?
go. But with you though, especially like that, you know, you roast your own bean.
Well, that was a whole other thing that was being done on the side. But then like,
But there's one thing I wanted to say with you being that person who can roast their own bean. That's how you kind of almost, would I say this, you knew the coffee was from the Pacific Northwest?
No, I knew that everybody. So basically, when they wrote the article, they made a list of all the best espresso places in LA.
Yeah.
Who served the best espresso. And all of those people had used other companies that were either venture capitalist companies or somewhere outside of the region of LA. This is something I warned a lot of people somewhere in the story that I haven't added to. Everybody in the coffee industry in LA. I went to numerous. I'm not going to throw you under the bus. Don't worry, y'all. I love you guys. I'll protect you to the death. The OGs, you got protection.
Great.
But like I told them that it was coming to LA and that they were going to take over. They were going to destroy all the small coffee shops. Venture capitalism would consume them and all this stuff. Nobody
One
listened.
thing I want to say, and you know why I know you're right? Because here's the thing. I lived in Santa Cruz. You've been to Santa Cruz. Great coffee there, right? Amazing coffee there. Okay, Virv.
Well, we don't even need to. I don't even want, like. I just leave them all be okay. So at the end
No,
of the
but
day,
that's where I'm agreeing with you because
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
saw
yeah.
Virv at a Stater
Yeah.
Bros.
But I leave it to the people, right? And so like the only thing that it came down to for me was showing to kids that got into an industry where there was no future if they didn't have a high school degree or diploma, that they could achieve success, financial independence, own their own shop, work their own shop, and make a good living doing it. And there's not many people in my industry that did what I did without backing, right?
That's where we're at. Just trying to build something from the ground up and just like be true and real with it.
Yeah, so all the kids are getting coffee like, well, you did it, I could do it. Yes, you can. Hell yeah, you can. But the difference is I already got 30 years on you. You're never going to catch me. I'll be on the cover of Time magazine for coffee in 20 years or 50 years if I continue doing coffee. So I got to chill, right, and just relax. But no, Ghost Bears got out of control and it just kept going.
What do you mean out of control? It's like blowing up to a more media recognition? Because I saw you were on the Louis Vuitton travel.
Yeah, the Louis Vuitton travel guide thing, I didn't even get to enjoy that because I was going through so much stuff. The shop went from doing like X amount before, like a year before COVID to after COVID jacked up to like 63,000% increase. And I just was living a different life, right? You're just like, what? You want what, girl? Yeah, you got everything. And then the building owner was trying to pay their rent and couldn't pay because I was the only one paying rent. And there was a lot of commercial offices and they tried to do a bunch of things and they ended up flooding it with human waste, which ended up with me in a lawsuit with them right now, which I'm winning, have been winning. Without a lawyer.
Yeah, I saw. Well, I mean, you
yeah.
have a great open mind, though. I feel like you can represent yourself.
I mean, anybody can. Like, this is the thing. Is
Yeah.
if you just show up to court and you actually just, like, understand law is broken up into categories. Unless you're doing criminal law or, like, something really heavy, most laws that you need to read up on to fight a lawyer is about 76 pages. It's not that much. And as most people have gone to college and can do normal things, just read it, and I promise you when you go in there, you'll find the loophole and win, and if you don't, ask to have your case sealed. Even if you get an eviction, if you have your case sealed and you owe somebody money, now they can't look it up and see what you did.
Damn, it's like, bro, can you represent me?
No, but it's pretty simple, right? But it's stuff you should know, like if you ever get into something, just show up.
Well, you know what, I got into a little something, we won't get too deep into it so we can, focus on the last 15 minutes of the show, but I feel you there. Or I could have represented myself better in a circumstance I had. But it all comes with resources and, how you kind of not study, but,
knowing a person, too, who knows what's going on.
Yeah,
right?
and I've definitely learned that later in life. I'm still young, but I'm now getting those people in my life that